Stop scrolling. Look at your kitchen counter, your gym bag, or that messy cupboard where you hide your supplement stash, and ask yourself a brutal question. How much money did you waste this month on brightly colored plastic tubs, fancy droppers, and miracle powders promising to transform your physique overnight? If you are like most gym goers, the answer is way more than you would ever care to admit, because you have been trapped in the endless marketing loop of modern fitness culture, chasing proprietary blends, exotic herbs, and expensive stimulants, only to look in the mirror month after month and realize your body hasn't changed at all while your bank account is bleeding dry. You feel stuck, frustrated, and completely tired of being lied to by internet influencers who run a full pharmacy behind the scenes while claiming their physical transformation came from a $60 herbal pill. It is time to stop burning your hard-earned cash on corporate deception. Today, we are ripping apart the multi-billion-dollar supplement industry and ranking every major gym supplement from worst to best based strictly on peer-reviewed science, clinical data, and real-world execution, sorting them into a definitive, no-nonsense tier list from F-tier garbage that belongs straight in the trash, all the way up to A-tier powerhouses that actually deliver. Let us dive right into the absolute bottom of the barrel with F-tier, starting with commercial testosterone boosters that line retail shelves with aggressive military-grade fonts promising to skyrocket your natural hormone levels using exotic herbal extracts like Tribulus terrestris, fenugreek, and diaspartic acid, when in reality, dozens of double-blind clinical trials have proven these ingredients do absolutely nothing to raise serum testosterone in healthy training males. At best, giving you a minor libido bump that tricks your brain into thinking it works, because a $40 herbal capsule cannot replace medical intervention if you are low and will not move the needle a single nanometer if you are normal. Next in F tier are fat burners, featuring fiery logos and cartoon furnaces on the label, promising to melt away stubborn body fat while you sleep, when you look at the ingredient deck and realize it is just a massive, dangerous dose of cheap caffeine mixed with microdoses of green tea extract, violating the fundamental laws of thermodynamics, because fat loss requires a caloric deficit, and while chemical stimulants might elevate your heart rate to burn 20 extra calories, the equivalent of walking for 3 minutes, they simultaneously crush your sleep architecture, skyrocket cortisol, and destroy muscle retention, leaving you anxious and metabolically wrecked. Closing out F tier are BCAAs, or branched-chain amino acids, which fitness influencers have sipped out of shaker bottles for a decade under the false promise that intra-workout BCAAs prevent muscle breakdown, ignoring the scientific fact that complete protein sources like whey, chicken, eggs, and beef already contain all 9 essential amino acids required for muscle protein synthesis, while BCAAs only give you 3, making extra isolated BCAAs completely redundant if your daily protein intake is already covered, essentially turning your supplement purchase into pure financial charity for corporate brands. Moving up to D tier, we find products that are not malicious scams, but are massively overpriced, overhyped, or vastly inferior to basic alternatives. Kicking off with mass gainers that sound like a dream come true for skinny hard gainers claiming over 1,000 calories per scoop, until you read the fine print and see they are padded with maltodextrin, a cheap, highly processed carbohydrate that spikes your blood sugar and insulin faster than pure white table sugar, giving you severe bloating, gastric distress, and sluggishness instead of clean gains, meaning you can easily build your own high-calorie shake at home using oats, peanut butter, bananas, and standard whey protein for a fraction of the cost. Next in D tier is glutamine, aggressively marketed as a post-workout recovery miracle that repairs muscle tissue, ignoring the fact that your body already synthesizes plenty of it on its own, and every single protein source you eat is packed with it, leaving independent clinical trials to demonstrate zero measurable improvements in muscle mass or strength recovery for healthy athletes, meaning it belongs exclusively in hospitals for burn victims or ultramarathon runners rather than your gym bag. Also landing in D tier are testosterone and ecdysteroids, the plant-based steroids that took the fitness internet by storm with promises of steroid-level growth without hormonal side effects, until independent third-party laboratories tested commercial batches and discovered human clinical trials showed no significant muscle hypertrophy difference compared to placebo, while many top-selling brands contained almost zero actual active ingredient, forcing you to pay extreme luxury prices for unproven weeds. Our final entry in D tier is HMB, a leucine metabolite marketed as an anti-catabolic agent to stop muscle breakdown based on early studies of untrained elderly populations or wasting diseases, which repeatedly fails to show any meaningful benefits for muscle size or strength when tested on trained resistance athletes consuming adequate daily protein. Entering C tier, we find context-dependent supplements that serve a genuinely useful purpose under the right circumstances, starting with pre-workout formulas, which can undeniably enhance training intensity and blood flow when formulated correctly with clinical doses of L-citrulline, beta-alanine, and caffeine, but land in C tier because most commercial pre-workouts are garbage hidden behind shady proprietary blends that overload formulas with 400 milligrams of caffeine, frying your central nervous system and wrecking your sleep quality, making them great tools for brutal leg days if transparently dosed, but harmful crutches if you cannot warm up without neon powder. Next in C tier is L-carnitine, which plays a critical role in transporting fatty acids into cellular mitochondria for energy oxidation, but suffers from notoriously poor oral bioavailability unless taken alongside high carbohydrates over many months or administered via targeted intramuscular injections to improve muscle recovery and androgen receptor density, making it a complex protocol rather than a beginner plug-and-play supplement. Also in C tier are collagen peptides, which get heavily criticized in bodybuilding because they are incomplete proteins for building skeletal muscle, yet are backed by solid science showing that 15 grams of hydrolyzed collagen combined with vitamin C before training significantly increases tendon and ligament collagen synthesis for older lifters fighting chronic joint pain. Closing out C tier is casein protein, the slow-digesting sibling of whey that forms a gel-like matrix in your stomach to release amino acids over 8 hours, which is helpful for nighttime recovery, but ultimately just food that can be easily replicated by eating cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or lean meat before bed. Ascending to B tier, we reach scientifically validated supplements that offer tangible, measurable benefits to performance and recovery, starting with fish oil rich in EPA and DHA, which acts as a powerful anti-inflammatory agent to combat modern omega-6 imbalances, improving joint lubrication, reducing soreness, supporting cognitive health, and subtly enhancing muscle protein synthesis unless you are already eating wild-caught fatty fish 3 to 4 times a week. Next in B tier are electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium, because proper hydration is not just about chugging plain water, but maintaining electrical charge balance across cell membranes during heavy sweat sessions to prevent brain fog, premature fatigue, and painful cramps. Making a clean electrolyte blend or a pinch of unrefined sea salt an instant upgrade to your strength output. Also securing a strong place in B tier is citrulline malate, a pure, unblended powerhouse that converts into L-arginine in your kidneys to drastically increase nitric oxide production, causing rapid vasodilation that floods working muscles with blood, oxygen, and nutrients for incredible pumps and extra working reps when taken 6 to 8 grams prior to training. The final entry in B tier is caffeine anhydrous, a thoroughly researched ergogenic aid that acts as a central nervous system stimulant by blocking adenosine receptors to wipe away fatigue and enhance force production, provided you manage your daily intake under 400 milligrams and cycle off it periodically to preserve receptor sensitivity. Finally, arriving at the absolute pinnacle in A tier, we find the gold standard supplements backed by hundreds of independent clinical studies for maximum return on investment. Starting with vitamin D3 combined with vitamin K2, which functions as a potent steroid hormone precursor, regulating over 2,000 genes to impact testosterone synthesis, immune efficiency, bone density, and muscle contraction speed, correcting modern indoor lifestyle deficiencies, while K2 ensures proper calcium direction into bones rather than arteries. Second in A tier is whey protein isolate and concentrate, which is not a magical potion but a convenient, high-quality food source boasting the highest biological value and leucine concentration known to science, allowing busy lifters to hit their daily 0.7 to 1 grams of protein per pound target effortlessly anywhere in the world. And standing alone at the very top of A tier, crowned as the undisputed king of all fitness supplements in existence, is creatine monohydrate, backed by over 500 peer-reviewed studies confirming its safety and efficacy by saturating muscle tissues with phosphocreatine to rapidly regenerate ATP stores during heavy lifting, giving your muscles the extra cellular energy to grind out 2 or 3 additional reps that compound into massive strength and muscle gains over time, while drawing water inside muscle cells via intracellular hydration to make them look fuller, harder, and denser, while offering profound cognitive benefits for brain health and memory, requiring nothing more than plain micronized creatine monohydrate taken consistently at 3 to 5 grams a day to let the science do the heavy lifting for your physique.